daughter, be encouraged, because this is the message that Oshun is giving us today, right? From my new Oshun Oracle deck by Abiola Abrams, and the pictures are by Destiney Powell. So just in case you want the deck, it's beautiful. So I allowed her to flip a card for me, and the card that came out was card number 6. And 6 represents perfect domestic happiness, okay? Family, happiness and peace and harmony within the family construct, security, financial security and stability, right? And so this card says Oshun of the ancestors, sacred lineage, belonging, and family. So I busted out the Abiola Abrams guidebook, and it says that thriving is my birthright. So that's the mantra for us right now, or for today, or for a week, however long it takes. Thriving is my birthright. We claim it, okay, in our Oshun energy. It says the initiation of gold. So if you are coming across this message, or I'm sharing this message with you, you need to know that right now you are in the initiation of gold. So if you're going through something right now that makes you feel alone, you need to know that you are not alone. You're being initiated into the initiation of gold. Listen, I'm giving this message from my overflow, and I'm naming it and claiming it, okay? All right, and so I went to where it explains in the guidebook the different cards, right? And so it says about the initiation of gold. The initiation of gold is 5 cards. So she got 5 cards in this deck explaining the initiation of gold in different ways, I guess. The initiation of gold, 5 cards, reflect the foundational energies of our being, grounding us and offering safety, stability, connection to the physical world. This suit aligns with the Temple of Ancestors in the African Goddess Rising Oracle. I have that deck too. And the root chakra, right? Oshun has a deep resonance with the root chakra, the foundation for security, stability, and basic human needs. Her gold symbolizes wealth, prosperity, and strength, qualities also attributed to a well-balanced root chakra. Oshun is often, I feel like, our root chakra is more like red, and I feel like Oshun just wants us to know that our solar plexus chakra is now balancing our root chakra. She's sitting in the seat of our root chakra right now because we are in the initiation of gold, right? And the root chakra represents stability, right? Financial stability, well-being, prosperity, wealth, health, all of those things. Oshun is often adorned with gold and mirrors to embody luxuries and pleasures, as well as basic human needs for love and belonging. So I believe that our Oshun energy really wants us to know that what's important to us as human beings is also important to the divine, and that's why we have divine help in these areas. Let Oshun inspire you to live a life that is golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden. Offering gold to Oshun can promote feelings of safety, prosperity, and grounding, strengthening and balancing your root chakra. Like I said, I believe she's a root chakra. I believe she is a solar plexus chakra energy, right? That is traveling to our root chakra to be seated in our root chakra on her throne, baby, so that we can understand that what's important to us is important to the divine. And if we can understand that, we can manifest that in our lives, even from our struggle, right? And so let's see what the explanation of the card says, right? This specific card, this ancestor card, right? Okay, so hold your head up high, even in this time where your head is heavy and you just hold your head down and you shake your head like, oh my goodness, right? You're in a humbling situation. You're in a financial situation that humbles you. You can't, it's hard for you to feel pride when you're going through such a humbling situation, so a situation that's reminding you of, you know, being left out in the cold, that's making you feel like you're stranded and abandoned, right? Oshun wants you to hold your head up high during this process because it's not, nobody else is going to do it. You have to choose. You have to decide to hold your head up high, to celebrate the victory before the victory is won in order to win the victory, period. Okay? And I know this process to be true because I've experienced things working out in my favor, because I've decided that instead of facing the truth, I was going to allow delusion to manifest something different for me. Don't tell nobody. But it works, you know, as long as we don't fool ourselves. We know what position we're in. We know what's going on, right? We know what the truth is, but we also know that we're trying to transmute that energy. We also know that we're trying to walk into a different kind of energy. We also know that we're trying to manifest, you know, our well-being from that energy, right? So anyway, know that you never walk alone. Know that you never walk alone. Yes, you needed to hear this message because you're feeling alone right now. You are looking around and you're like, this is reality. This is my reality. I'm doing this by myself. I'm walking alone. And no matter what it looks like, the divine wants you to know. In particular, the divine energy of Oshun wants you, your own divine energy of Oshun, and the divine energy of Oshun that's around you, working with the energy of Oshun within you, to be seated in the root chakra in order to balance that chakra so that you can manifest something different, so that your truth can change, right? What's happening right now is true. That's what's happening. But every sunny day doesn't stay sunny, and every rainy day doesn't stay rainy, right? So, yeah. The strength of your ancestors, which is seated, Ipaku, Ori, it's our Ori Ipaku. Our ancestors are seated at the seat of our neck. And sometimes even the seat, when we're going through certain things, we get this pain in the back of our neck or somewhere behind our ears or down our shoulders. That's because, you know, we need to appease the ancestors that are seated at the seat of our neck, right? All the time. But Oshun is letting us know that this ancestor work is being done, that you are appeasing, you have the ability to appease your Ori Ipaku, right? By offering Oshun her gold, offering Oshun the golden coin of gratitude, even in the midst of your storms, the golden coin of acknowledgement, the golden coin of raising your head up even when you feel like keeping it down, right? Okay. So she wants you to know that the strength of your ancestors flows through you. That's what I was saying. It was just said in a more simplified way. Why don't I just read it, right? The strength of your ancestors flows through you. So lean into their wisdom and their courage. You belong. What would you dare to do if you knew that you could not fail? Think about that. Feel your connection to generations past and future. Use this as a solid foundation to build your dreams. You are a part of an intricate constellation of divine love and ancestral support. So yeah, you've been sitting around like, dang, I'm so far from home. I'm so far from family. I feel so abandoned, right? No one followed me here, right? I go and no one follows. And you feel like you don't have the support from family that you need, right? And she's like, listen, you need to know that the constellation of divine love and ancestral support is with you, even though you can't see it. No matter what it looked like, no matter what it feels like, claim, believe. And you know, they say belief, they say that you have to believe when you don't know. So I believe that we should believe until we know. But I stay humble, so I'm always saying believe, because every time you think you know something, honey, things switch up and you back to believing and not knowing, right? You can even claim that you know, but in your heart you know that you really just believing. But belief is a mustard seed of faith, right? It's a mustard seed of faith that's gonna grow into something big in our lives. Anyway, so what do you do now? That's what it says in here. What do you do now? Oshun is asking you this question because she's about to give you the answer, right? What do you do now to receive the abundance and the wealth from your investment? When you invest coins into your Oshun, when you offer Oshun these coins of faith, the size of a mustard seed, lifting your head up when you feel like hanging it down, right? Walking in confidence when you feel like just giving up. When you give her these small little coins, these small little offerings, right? Then what are you going to receive from it? What is your investment going to produce for you? I want to say riches, right? So what to do now? Acknowledge your lineage and your ancestors. Ibasi Egun, right? When you honor them, you activate a powerful force of guidance, protection, and support. If you feel shaky or uncertain, honor your roots and traditions, whichever ones you were taught, right? You stand on strong shoulders, and from this place of strength, you can live your most empowered life. In moments of doubt or struggle, which you're going through right now, remember that you are the living, breathing manifestation of countless generations, their hopes, their dreams, and their love. They are your cheerleaders. Honor them by aligning with your highest self. You are never alone. And so, how do you appease your Ori, Ipaku? You appease your Ori, Ipaku, by aligning with your highest self. Just doing the best you can and knowing that that's enough. The best you can is enough to manifest abundance in your life. Manifest the number 6, right? The number 6, manifesting for yourself complete and perfect domestic happiness. I'm not saying perfection, but it is the imperfection of your domestic happiness that is perfect, right? Okay, so it says her story, okay? Oshun is called the Lady of Gold to signify her connection to ancestral wealth and prosperity. Her favorite offerings include a bounty of oranges. Go eat an orange. to give Ebo to your own Oshun energy, which is your solar plexus energy, right? Because she going to be seated in your root chakra. She going to sit there and wait for you to give her offerings, right? And so when you go ahead and eat yourself an orange, you're giving her an offering. Pumpkins or pumpkin seeds, yams, grapefruits, whichever of these foods that you like, okay? Because you want to feed your own Oshun, not somebody else's, because somebody else's Oshun might like yams, yours might like oranges, right? Grapefruits, sunflowers, coconuts, cinnamon, squash, lemons. If you like any of those things, honor your own Oshun, solar plexus energy, so that she can be seated on the throne in your root chakra and just ching, 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 ring, ring, brazi. So Lakshmi, right? Ring, ring, brazi. Ring, 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 svaha. Okay. So let's see. Honey is her favorite, but you must taste it first. And so if you offer her honey, you must taste it first. My theory is that's the story that we heard from our ancestors, from, the African diaspora regarding Oshun, right? To offer her honey, but you must taste it first. But my perspective is that from my Oshun, is that if you don't like honey and you know that she likes honey and you want the Oshun energy outside of yourself to work together with the Oshun energy inside of yourself, if you want to, partner with, then offer her honey and you taste it first, right? You might not like honey, but take a taste anyway to honor the Oshun within you. Okay. Healing ritual. Set up a small altar with items that honor your ancestors, such as photos, heirlooms, or culturally significant symbols. Ground yourself, connect with the energy of your lineage, and you meditate, envision the strength and wisdom of your ancestors flowing into you, fortifying your sense of security and belonging. And so I've done this finally, but we all do it differently, right? And so if you have a space that you can set up as an altar, it can be a corner on the floor in your bedroom. It can be a corner on the floor in your closet, right? Call it your prayer closet. It can be like I have kind of like this big board thingy that I just put some pictures of my ancestors on, the ones that I know, right? And it can be a dresser where you keep your perfume. It can be so many different things depending on, because you want to put your own essence into this, not someone else's. If someone else tells you, if someone else gives you the blueprint, right? You want to take that blueprint, but you do not want to word for word take how someone else is doing. Well, I'm successful, so you should do every little thing I tell you to do in order to get my success. But guess what? I don't want your success. Your success is limited even if I did receive it. And then if I'm doing all these, if I'm doing your step-by-step process, when it comes to how you honor your own ancestors, then it's up to them on whether I get the blessing or not. And I'm trying to connect with my own Oshun energy and ancestral abundance, right? And so that was a beautiful message from Oshun. I hope that it encouraged you. I hope that it hugged you. I hope that if you think of anyone who needs this hug, that you will share this hug with them. Okay? If you feel my vibe and you think you're part of my tribe, feel free to subscribe. Okay? I pray for and give up gratitude for all those who subscribe to OmniKeys the Oracle YouTube page, right? Or OmniKeys the Oracle, period. Because you're not subscribing to me. You're subscribing to OmniKeys the Oracle, the one who is putting herself on this platform to be there for whoever might want to connect and receive added increase to their own perception, abundance, and all the things, right? And so comment if you want to leave a comment, that would be great. And please like this video if you liked it. Share this video. And sharing this video is basically sharing a hug to someone else because you have received a hug from it. And I say all that just in case I do upload this video for someone else besides my daughter, because this message is for myself and my daughter right now. But like I said, I might upload it. So I want to give my whole spiel. Subscribe if you feel my vibe. You feel me? I want to give that spiel. Anyway, peace.